Hey everybody, So Wookie here. In this video, we're going to go over the Pubg Dev Corner community feedback video, go through all the things that they discussed during the video and how they're looking at improving bots in the future. If you enjoyed this video and they're looking to the bots, consider liking and subscribe to see more. And also, leave a comment about what your thoughts are on bots and how you think they could potentially make them better in the future. So, jumping right in, the first thing that they go over is just a recap on why bots were added. And they say that the bots were added to help newer players experience Pubg without running around and then just getting wiped without potentially even firing the weapon. And they've been designed to let new players gradually build up the skill to take on real players. Second thing they go over is what's the next steps for the bots. And the first major thing they're looking at doing is improvement to the bot movement to make them move more like real players so that they're not so predictable and that they're using more tactical awareness opposed to just charging across fields. Movement was originally designed to be quite predictable to allow newer players to learn the shooting mechanics better. The bots that parachute fall directly down very slowly currently to allow players to get a gun sooner. Although they do say this is going to be improved to allow them to land sooner, so that it's not just you sat there waiting with your gun pointing at the air, which will be good. The third thing is looking to improve bot outfits so they don't all appear the same, not as easily distinguishable. So they're going to have much more variety of outfits in the future, so that you don't just see a guy with a trench coat on in the distance and assume it's a bot because they all seem to have one on. The next thing is how many bots are in the lobbies. So this is based off the MMR rating at the beginning, but as you move and progress more, you get an average of about 20 in a 100-person match. In lower populated lobbies though, the game will wait for about 5 minutes to get as many real players as possible, and then it will fill with bots. So if you're playing in a very populated mode and your MMR is fairly decent, you're going to get about 20 bots. If you're playing in a popular mode and your MMR's like brand new, fresh out the gates, you can get more than the 20 bots, which I think is a decent way of doing it. The next thing is bots spawning. So they say that currently, not all bots currently fall out of the plane, which is, a while ago I made a video how bots spawn on Pubg, and it showed that some bots parachute, but a lot of bots actually spawn during the course of a match, and this is confirming what I thought, which is good. I'll put a card at the top of the screen if you want to click through to that video. I'll leave a link in the description. I'll have it as a suggested at the end as well. So if you want to check out that video as well, because I personally, when I stumbled across it, I thought it was quite interesting, and you may do too. But it's saying not all bots currently jump out of the plane. Some spawn. They're taking the data from this and looking at the best way to do it. This is changing as they've now got enough data, so they don't really need the bots to spawn on the floor anymore, but this is going to come in future updates, so it's not been implemented quite yet. The next thing is they're looking at the potential of having bots able to drive vehicles in the future, which again will make the bots more player-like, as if for example, one way you 100% know it's a player is when they drive up to you. So if you're in a compound and a vehicle drives into the town, there's not a kind of chance it's a bot, because you just know they can't do that. So obviously, if it was a vehicle and they drove up and it could potentially be a bot, then again, it's just less predictable on what's what. However, they do say this is taking some time to develop, so that they drive realistically. So that's probably something that's going to be a bit further into the future. Then they go over how they feel that bots are going as well. So they feel like bots are helping newer players a lot. And I probably agree with this, because when I play with a girlfriend and some players that don't play as much, they do get, more enjoyment out of at least being able to kill something, and they, are seeing improvement in their own skills. But bots are too easy for the medium level and the higher level players, which is also, true. Like, for me, for example, if a bot shoots at me, I can spin around and kill him just like with little to no effort, you know what I mean? But what they're saying is they're looking at making the bots better, and make them better will be more satisfying for the middle level. So how they're going to do this is have them move better, so make more tactical decisions, so they're not just running across an open field. But in the end, when the bots have been developed in the future, they want to have 3 different grades of bots. So there's a beginning entry level bot, a medium level bot, and a high level bot. And then what bots you get in the game will be determined by the MMR of the lobby. So if you've got quite a high MMR lobby and it puts you into a high MMR game, then the bots will be more challenging than if you're in a lower MMR lobby, which makes sense. Then finally after that, they understand a lot of the community doesn't like the bots, but with each improvement they should improve and provide more of a challenge. And yeah, I mean, I didn't particularly like the bots at the beginning, but I mean, a lot of the time now, if I play a regular game, like I said, there's an average of about 20 bots in there. Sometimes I don't even see one. I've won a couple of games now, probably more than a couple actually, where I've played in a regular lobbies, won a game, never seen a bot. I've played 4 or 5 games in a row, never seen a bot. Occasionally you come across a couple and then you just kill them and move on. It's no big deal. In fact, a lot of time the bots are annoying because they start shooting you and then you take the time to it and it alerts people to your position. But yeah, I mean, it's no big deal. Like I said, a lot of time I don't even see them. I do agree that the bots are currently far too easy for players who've been playing a while, and they're no challenge whatsoever to kill them. You end up just trying to kill them with your pistol or something to rank up your weapon. But I do also agree that for newer players coming into the game, before bots were in there, it was next to impossible for them to get started because, like they say in the thing at the beginning, they could run around the map for 10-15 minutes and then get killed without even firing the gun, which obviously is an enjoyable experience. And if PUBG's going to last and continue forward, then newer players need to be able to start on the game somewhere. I do think an alternative why developing the bots could be that players could play a custom match and just play against bots. So if they're literally the first couple of games, they could do that, and then obviously as the bots develop and they get better in the future, that might be not needed as much. But I suppose only time will tell. But yeah, that's kind of it. Like I say, I'll link the other video about how bots spawn at the end for you. And I hope you enjoyed this video and the overview of the Dev Corner community feedback on bots. If you did, consider liking and subscribing to see more. Wookie out.